Hi, Kevin Coop here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy. So over the Thanksgiving weekend, I had the opportunity to go to a 60th birthday party for some friends of mine. And it was a lot of fun to do because, it's always a kick to hang out with the young people. But while I was there, I actually had a chance to talk with somebody who actually was a lot younger than me, a 25-year-old woman who I found to be enormously impressive. And she was impressive because she was telling me about this startup she works for in Washington, D.C. And some of the things that they are doing, it struck me, offer some lessons for what retailers and suppliers perhaps ought to be doing in this new world order where there's so much competition. Now, the startup is called Engaged MD. And let me see if I can explain what they do. Basically, right now they're focusing on the fertility market. People who are going in for fertility treatments, and that's because that's where they're sort of the low-hanging fruit, if you will. And what they're doing is basically this, is they're working with hospitals and healthcare institutions, and what they're doing is they're creating a series of videos that are educational for the customer or the patient. The idea is to engage them and educate them. So as they're starting to go through the process, which can be long and complicated, basically at home they can watch these videos, and then there are questions that they to answer at the end of each video. And the couple answers the questions if they want to move on to the next video. And basically it helps them understand more about the process. It also helps the doctors understand where they are in the educational process. What do they get? What don't they get? What do we need to help them understand more as they move through this process? And I think it's really fascinating because it does allow not just the patient to know more, but it gives the doctor a much greater appreciation for what the patient knows and does not know. It increases, frankly, the education on both sides of the desk. Now, I find this fascinating because I think there's a lot of applications there. Because basically, I think this is what retailers and suppliers need to do. They need to create a system beyond just putting stuff on the shelves that allows them to educate and engage the customer, telling them things about the products, giving them information that allows them to view the products not just as SKUs, but as items that are compelling and that are relevant to the lives that they're leading. I don't think you can just sell stuff, right? But if you can kind of create education and engagement, it allows you to create a relationship with the customer that will transcend the competition as long as you keep it up and you keep adding to it and you try to become ever more engaged with them. Ideas, especially the aspirational kind, oh man, those are the things of which a relationship is made. I think it works for doctors. I think it works for retailers and suppliers. It's the kind of thing that companies need to focus on. They're pretty good tools for success, I think. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.